Hey, what's up? We're back. It's BL4. We are moving through the game. Last episode, we finally defeated Wet Nurse. Wasn't really that big of a struggle, but starting back at ROM, we were hitting some minor speed bumps for sure. I died to ROM, I died to Mikolash, I died to the One Reborn, had a really strange One Reborn fight. I don't remember clearly if the Wet Nurse killed me once. Yes, she did. But at least we got through it in relatively short time. I didn't have to like cut the video or anything, and I am going to try to do all of this as best as I can in one continuous video, even the struggles, but I recognize nobody wants to watch a nobody fight Ebrietas 38 times. So with Ebrietas and getting into some of the DLC, I may have to cut out some boss attempts, but I will let you know what we got. So yesterday was going crazy and things were getting worse and worse. And I decided to call it quits. I was tired, I was frustrated. I did say in the beginning that laugh, cry, and die is going to be our motto, and I meant it, but I left out the part where your brain goes, what the fuck? Because we said that a lot. And I also remembered in my slumber that I still have the frenzy rune on, which I don't need any longer. Well, yeah, maybe we'll use it, but as far as right now goes, don't need it. So I gotta figure out what I want to do. Let's just do this for right now. I don't care. And we finished the main game bosses. We're not going to go fight Gehrman or the Moon Presence yet, because that's how you end the game, and you won't get to do the DLC or any optional bosses, so we won't be doing that until we're all done. But as far as the required bosses in the main game, we are done. All we have to do now is clean up some loose ends. I want to go through and kill all the remaining optional bosses in the main game in these tombstones before I go to the DLC at all. You don't have to do that. This is the part of the video that isn't a recommendation. This is just something that I'm going to do to get it done. You could do this whenever you want. I did want to wait till I had a plus 10 weapon. As you remember, we've already been to Cainhurst. We've already cherry-picked all the items we want. We opened the shortcut, so we'll just go straight to Uncle Larry when the time comes. We have Ebrietas and Emissary. Ebrietas, I think, is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And then we have Amygdala. And as far as things to collect that I think will benefit you on your blood level 4, there's really nothing left here with the exception of one HP rune that is in the Amygdala land. We're not going to get any better gems to make us any stronger. We are pretty much as jacked as we're going to get till we're on the way other side of Maria, possibly. And that's a maybe. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter, but I just prefer to get them done so there's no loose ends, and since the HP rune is really the last thing that is an item that I'm hunting, I want to go do that now. So we're going to start there. If all goes well, we should be able to do this and go to Logarius and get that done today. So we're going Nightmare Frontier. And the benefit of waiting till you have a plus 10 weapon to do any boss that isn't optional, or any boss that doesn't give you something that you can use at your current place in the game, whatever, that's why we fought some of them already, is it makes the path to the boss a little better. It makes the boss fight a little better. You're doing more damage. Now, Nightmare Frontier can be very confusing. This area is really kind of sucky. You know, there's shit everywhere. It's easy to get lost. If you don't know the way through, I'm going to show you, but we're going to do it twice, and there's a reason why. We have to divert from the main path through the level to go get the HP rune. And then what I'll do is I'll take a bold hunter's mark and come back here. Then from here, we'll do a direct path through the level. So if you're not interested in the rune, you already have the rune, you just need to know how to get through here, you can skip ahead to that or do whatever the hell you want. We will be doing that, but we're going to do half of it first, and then you guessed it, double back because Bloodborne. Now, I don't need any single bloodstone shards anymore, but these things are all over this fucking map. If you still need them, I guess you've been playing wrong. But I mean, if you wanted to upgrade the axe and see if you fare better with the axe on your blood level 4 or something, you could always get extra shit. So first step, actually I won't really worry about the direction as far as going through the level just yet. You got to kill this wolf. He's number 1. And he's dead because we have a plus 10 weapon. If we came here when we first could have, that probably would have been 7 or 8 hits. I'm not kidding. There's an elevator shortcut just below us if you jump down there. That's lead elixir. I'm allergic to it. I never pick it up, and if I accidentally do, I dump it immediately. I just don't like the item. I don't even want to look at it. But we can't get the elevator till the end. Shortcut unlocked. We get all that. So we're going to go this way. Now pay attention here. Straight ahead of me is a gap in, what are those, tombstones? Sure. Now we go over there and there's a wolf. But this one is trying to seduce you. It's trying to honey dick you. It wants you to run over there and fight it because there's one actually below here that's going to come up behind you and kill you. So I don't go in the gap here right in front of me. I move to the left here. And I drop down in R1. Bang! And I don't worry about those. Those are similar to little Wandering Madnesses. They drop different things. There are a couple of Bloodstone chunks in this level. They are dropped by one of those, but it's later. I will point that out. Now we can kill this guy and not have somebody trying to sucker punch us. See, so short of backstabs, it's an R1, L1, L1 still with our plus 10 weapon. Now over here sucks because if you look above my head, it looks like a campfire. It's an enemy hunter with a torch. He has an axe that has permanent electricity, and he's actually got a buddy that has a whipping cane, and he throws knives at you. So I like to go there till that guy's aggroed and then lead him over here with the hopes that I will kill him before his buddy activates. If you go running in there, you're going to fight both of them. Alright. Now, see, I expected it, because I think the enemy guy activates at some point when the other dude's health is down, no matter what, but I'm not positive on that, so... Bitch! Bitch! I hate them. I don't want them to kill me. As far as I know, they both drop lead elixir. Not interested in it. Now, what's up there? A rune? Okay, I'll show you real quick if you're interested in getting more stuff. You go up where this enemy hunter was, and you have to make a little parkour jump here. Whoop. And this is a rune, and it's not something I want. This is not the reason we're here, but since it's so close, let's check it out. Fading Lake. That's got to be something to do with poison or something, right? Now, fire damage reduction. Not really useful to me. You might want to use that for Lawrence because he is made of fire. I found most things one-shot you anyway, fire rune or not. But definitely come pick that up, whether you drop down like I did or just come down the path and make a left. Now, the normal path through the level is that way, but I do want to get the HP rune. We actually saw it where we killed the first wolf. I'm going to show you how to get it. Turn down here. Now, don't be distracted by that, because to the right is one of those silver beasts, and it's already on all fours, which is its most dangerous mode. So I like to turn right and start swinging. Hope I can do just that. Now I can pick this up. Okay, this is kind of off the beaten path. Like, we're not going everywhere collecting everything. I'm not going to run around and show you what all items are in the poison swamp and all that shit. Fuck that. But we do have to detour to get the HP rune, and this area is a little tricky. There are yetis over here that throw rocks at you. I'm going to try my best to run through it, and we are going to encounter one more silver beast. So the path through here is straight up the hill. Curve to the left. There's yeti number 1. There's one more to the right. See, the level gets tricky with shit in your way. I was looking ahead of me. So with any luck, I can run by this guy, and he won't chase me. Turning right. We're still running. We're throttling our stamina. We're turning left. We're getting confused. We're turning left again. See a lot of zigzagging up a hill into a cave. Now let's make sure we're not being followed. Okay, we're good. Now pay attention right here, because there's a Wandering Madness that's going to get your attention and lead you over to this thing. And you're not going to be able to get it in most cases, but it's actually a shortcut. If you don't know where we are, look, that's where we killed the wolf, right before we fought the 2 enemy hunters. So if you die on this path, or get lost, or get fucked up, you spawn at the lamp, you can now just walk up here. You don't have to go the way we just went. Everybody stop and say hi to Patches over there. You see him? Being his spider self, like a little bastard. Okay, you can go up there and get that item. I honestly don't remember what it is. I want to go into this tunnel. And turn right. This is the HP rune. This is the main reason I wanted to come to this level. And we were over there when we did the drop down death on the wolf. So, that's how you get that. Now, normally, I would just kill this fucking thing and continue through the level. But if you're one of those people that gets tripped up here, I'm going to do this just for you. We're going back to the lamp. We'll run through the level as if we don't need the HP rune anymore. And I'll show you what I know to be the most direct path. Doesn't mean I'm correct, but it means this is all I got. So once again, starting at the lamp, turning left. Everything came back to life with the exception of the enemy hunters. They never come back to life, so that's awesome. If you did what I did with the gems and the plus 10 before you're here, 1 backstab is all it will take for those dudes. I didn't spend my runes before I, Blood Echoes. Jesus Christ. All these FromSoft games are mixing together before I came here, but I'm okay. So again, drop off, lock on, R1. He didn't die. We almost died. Okay, first time was awesome, the second time was not, but at least we didn't die. As far as what the difference is between the first attempt and the second attempt, good question, I have no idea. Okay, I highly recommend that when you come to this wonderful area of poison, you have antidotes at least, and maybe a sedative. We may not even need it, but I like to have one and be sure, because we are going to encounter our old friend, the Brain Ladies, the Winter Lanterns, the giant sacks of shit that frenzy you from 1,000,000 feet away. 1,000,000 meters if you're in other parts of the world. Okay, so my path that I want to go through here is going to be straight ahead the way I'm looking. To the left side of that tombstone. I'm sort of aiming towards that light in the cave back there, but that's not where we want to go. At some point I'm going to curve to the right, because we're going down to where those other enemies are. And if you don't remember, this area you can't run in, it really slows you down, so rolling gets the best progress. You're going to get poisoned, so take an antidote, continue to roll. You can roll past these most of the time, just watch where you're going. Take an antidote. Might need to take one more, I don't know. Now we're turning towards the big Yeti here. And you don't want to stop and fight him, because there's another one behind you up on a hill that will kill you with a rock. If you don't believe me, there he is, you see? So, I'm hoping that guy goes away. Yeah, that's right, punk. Right? Whatever, I think we're okay. The reason I'm stopping here is because that. Our old friend, the Winter Lantern. Not awesome. So let me show you how I deal with that, because I don't want to fight him. It's not worth the risk. When you come out of the cave, if you look straight ahead, there's a gap, like where we dropped down on the wolf. No good, you'll die. If you look over there, there's kind of like a tower, very faintly. You can just walk straight off this edge. You do not want to run and jump, because you might fall off. But now we're out of the sight, excuse me, of the Brain Lady. Come to this edge and be careful. And pick that up. Now this is the one that drops bloodstone chunks. It's the only one in the level that does. I don't need them. I don't care. I'm just going to let it go away. I think you have to actually attack it before it starts to disappear. Maybe I'm wrong. Just get out of my way, fucking thing. Okay, and this is why I still have the sedative, because the frenzy seems to work really fast around here. I'm going to run. See? Take sedative. I don't remember what this is. Oh, perfect. But we're going back this way. There's more wandering madnesses. I'm not interested in any single bloodstone shards. I'm tilting the camera down so I can see. I apologize if it's fucking awful to watch. And Amygdala is right in there, but I want to open the shortcut because blood level 4. What if you don't make it? You don't want to do all that shit again. So I got one last these to kill, and that's awesome when he jumps down, because then you don't have to fight him on, like, trying to get to him. R1, L1, L1. Good night! Alright, don't need those. So we're going to weave up here. No big deal. You might remember all of this already. But I hear these questions a lot. Like, fuck, how do you get through the Nightmare Frontier? So this is the shortcut. We don't need to take it anywhere. We just need to activate it. And it's just below that very first wolf, like I pointed out when we first started. So if something goes bad, we can skip most of the level just by knowing that. Couple of blood vials here. Oh, stupid level. Okay, we're going to go fight Amygdala. Now, let's talk Amygdala. She's gigantic. She's like a crab spider, and her head is a peach pit. I don't know. She has some fairly straightforward attacks. It's a lot of slams and swipey things, and she has a whole bunch of arms like a spider or crab or something. She's really big, and really the only parts that take any substantial damage on Amygdala is her face and whatever arms are off the ground. You can attack her feet, but you're going to do like 50 as far as damage points. I mean, it's not worth it. So the idea is to hit her in the arms that are off the ground and her face when it's low enough, when you learn to recognize which attacks are which and dodge the rest. It can be kind of hard. I actually like the Saw Cleaver for this, because in transform mode, just like we started with the Cleric Beast, the regular R1 becomes an overhead and the second one becomes an uppercut. Both of those can reach her face. If you're trying to fight her and hit her in the face with an untransformed saw cleaver, you're kind of swinging down. I don't like it, but it can be done. Also in transformed mode, you can hit her arms from just a little bit more away than you would normally be. So this is what I would highly recommend if you're needing help. As far as buffs and things like that, beast pellets kind of work. The more you hit a boss, the more the meter builds. You are never really going to get an opportunity to hit Amygdala more than 2 or 3 times at the most. I don't think it's worth it. And she is weak to bolt and fire, but I don't want to waste one of those. They're precious. Remember, we're poor. We got to be smart. We got to make this stuff last. So, first and second phase are mostly the same. She's going to swat and swing and do different things. I'm going to recognize most of them, and what I'm going to try to do is stay mid-range. Let's say she's this doorway here. I'm going to stay about mid-range. Far enough away to dodge back if I need to, but close enough to run in and hit her in the face if it's something I recognize and it's one that I can do. At some point she will basically throw snot on the ground and it staggers, locks you, so just stay clear. And then also she'll shoot lasers at you. You just have to run to one direction or the other, like run to the right, run to the left. Just make sure you're clear. It's not that complicated. Third phase is where this fight can get really hard, and she's really just going to tear 2 of her arms off and use them like drumsticks and try to kill you. So what I like to do is get underneath her and just 1, reset, 1, reset. I'm serious. It's that simple. You just have to make sure you don't get stomped on by her legs, and she's going to jump. The famous Amygdala jump. I will show you how to handle that. And then one last thing. First phase and second phase is all the same movesets. It's just slight differences. She gains an arcane or AoE blast with the same moves you know from first phase. So if you were close and it didn't hit you, in second phase the AoE that lingers will hit you. So you got to give it a little bit more distance and play it a little safe. But let's get in there. She's actually up on the tower there. There she is. So if you time it right, you can run in and hit her in the face once, or miss, or hit her in the face after you miss. You can take damage to the arms. They are on the ground now, but what I mean... Oh shit. She usually doesn't jump this early, but be ready for it. We'll go over the jump strategy later. See, some attacks come out towards you. I don't lock on. Now this one will be a big slam. I'm going to try to wait for it to clear and just run in and try to get 2. 1, 2. Then we staggered her face. I'm too far away. That was ridiculous. Another jump. Don't worry about the jump yet. I'll go over how to get that. See, here's lasers. Just run in one direction. Just run straight. The laser traces a path that the burst follows, so if the laser doesn't get you, the burst won't. It's nothing complicated. I don't lock on, so I'm manipulating the camera a lot with my right thumb to see. You don't want to be locked on and do short dodges in a fight like this, because she can reach you. There's the snot. And in second phase, it'll be the same thing, just more. And if you step in it, it stagger locks you. 1, 2. Just patience. This is second phase now. You'll see the added AoE attacks she has. So with those, I like to go out instead of through the middle. Because AoE, bro. You know what I'm saying. And it's patience. You can't hit her that much. I like this attack. I recognize it. Bang. Second stagger. Maybe we'll get a chance to actually hit her this time. Hiya! I like this attack too. I'm going to drag this out a little bit in case you're having trouble with Amygdala. See? Arcane stuff. And it lingers. And it'll knock you flat. So you just have to get used to the distance you need to be from first phase slams to the second phase with the AoE. I made that one really safe. And you can run in and just hit her in the arm once. You can get it done that way. Don't be in a hurry. I'm going out. See? 2 arm hits because our weapon's long. And she's getting close to third phase. And when she does, I'm going to run underneath her and we'll go over the jump. Alright, it's going to be third phase. Pretty epic. Alright, but get underneath her quick and don't lock on. And when she jumps, move right to where her tail was touching the ground, the tip of her tail. And see how her head's right there? And just reset. Look. Stop. There it is. Let's do it again. Watching the stomp, that's why I'm not locked on. Sometimes you can't see, you have to manipulate the camera yourself. Run a little and stop. And when you get the hang of the distance, you can hit her in the face once before you roll back in. And this is the safest place to be. Just watch the stomp. Her tail tip was touching the ground about here. Manipulate the camera a little. There's her headshot. And you can do this all day long. And once you're understanding that and got that down, you're done. Bang. Doesn't take much with a plus 10 weapon. A little bit of understanding and a little bit of patience. And the idea here is to reach the overhead and hit her in the crotch, because there's a spot there that takes normal damage, as opposed to hitting her leg that takes very, very little damage. See? Sometimes you're going to have to roll in because you took too long. Just know what you're in for. Be calm. Bang. Stagger. Ooh, we have to visceral finish her. It's Amygdala. So, yeah, you get the idea. I'm not doing any tricks or anything. That's literally what the strategy is, as far as how I do it. Still in my blood level 4. I still have, whoops, the same gems that we picked up in Mensis. It's nothing new. It's the droplet by the brain ladies, and then it's the one nourishing gem by the pigs in the shadows right before Wet Nurse, and it's that first one's either the one I got in the bird cage just before Mikolash, or that's the one I got just before the one reborn. I honestly don't remember. But they're nothing crazy, they're nothing trickery. It's the same thing you'll have. And I told you I felt confident, not worried about the blood echoes that I should have maybe spent. I don't really have trouble with Amygdala. I'm glad it's a new day, though, because I recently completed an all bosses blood level 4. And for the first time, like within the last 6 months I did it, and I've done it again since then. But in the main game, I didn't die to any bosses except Ebrietis, Logarius. Well, let's say Garamond too, even though he's the end game, but he's still main game. I only died to those 3 bosses, so I didn't die to Shadows, to Rom, to One Reborn. I was kicking ass. And then the DLC happened, that's a different story. So, to try to record this for you guys, and now it's documented, and I'm dying to Rom, I'm dying to One Reborn, I'm dying to Wet Nurse, it's like, huh? I'm better than this. It's all good. It's all part of the BL4, you know? So I'm glad it's a new day, and we're off to a decent start. So, you know me, I'm going to repair my weapon, deal with it. We didn't pick up any gems or anything, so there's nothing to do there, but we do now have... Oh, I want to be on the 3rd one. See, now we have a plus 10. So combined, we already had the 5 we got from Forbidden Woods, now we also have 10. For those of you who aren't good at math, that's 15. And we have 2 stamina runes. I am equipping the better one that we got from Exhausting Patches dialogue, and we don't have anything there. But you notice my health's a little short. I was full when I equipped the rune, that's how much it went up. Not bad, my friends, not bad. Okay, so definitely spend some money before you go fight Logarius. I'm pretty much only going to buy those for now. I may end up buying some fire paper and stuff later, but right now I'm okay. I'm okay there. I'm plenty good at all that. So I do use bolt paper on Logarius. And then what's after him? Okay. Fuck it. Waste money. Well, that's not the song, it's get money. Maybe I heard it wrong. Okay. Still having trouble with my voice. Bear with me. I apologize. I am no professional. Let's see. Okay, Castle Cainhurst. We already have the lamp. Like I said, we already went through and got all the shit we wanted. The first time, as far as bloodstone chunks and all that, all we got to do is get to Logarius, which is a little difficult, and there's lots of ways you can die. And we have to go through that room that I think is one of the worst spots in Bloodborne. And I don't mean that from a I hate it point of view, I just mean it from like a fuck point of view. You know what I mean? And we got the shortcut, so now we don't have to run through the level with all the ghost women and stuff. We just come over here. But because we're smart and we know things, more free blood echoes. Elevator. This is a big-ass elevator. Whee! Okay, so it didn't go good the first time we went through here. I'm going to try it again. There's a gap in between this lady and the chair. I'm watching the dark guy rolling. 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 I can't see him anymore. It didn't work. I guess we're just taking the damage and running up the ladder. And he'll continue to shoot fucking darts at you. I just hope you don't die. This is not how you want it to go, because you're going to be down that many vials by the time you even get to Logarius. Ugh. Well, on one hand, we might get to try again. On the other hand, I hope that's just, we take that loss and fuck it, we're done. And this is the way to Logarius. This is the one part in the level I don't think we went yet. You can go pick up something to sell over here if you're quick, because that's one of those red-eyed things. Unless you want to wear a knight's wig. But we're going off the edge here. Seriously. Boop. Boop. Now I'm real interested to understand who was the first person to find Logarius. And this sucks too, because you do take a little bit of damage getting to the boss, and we already are down 2 vials from getting hit with darts. There's a little trick you can drop off and land on the ledge that some German guy just recently told me about. But I don't want to risk it, because if you don't get it right, you're going off the edge. It's not that big of a deal. Now, Logarius can be really tough for a lot of people. That may include me. Normally, I don't have that much trouble with him, but there's no guarantees in Bloodborne. And even if you're clever and want to guarantee that it's hard, I'll get you, because sometimes when you go into something thinking it's going to be awful, it actually works out. But Logarius has 2 phases. He starts out shooting arcane crap at you, purple skulls and these overhead castings and stuff like that that detonate in a radius and will just knock you flat, kill you. If you're close to the edge, it'll knock you off the roof. If you try to get close to him, he swings his little staff and he does insta-cast giant skulls, and it's hard to get to him. And he likes to dash backwards and put his back against a wall, so it's really hard to get to Logarius and fight him when he's standing with his back against a wall like this and all his attacks are coming outwards. It can be very frustrating. Be patient. At some point, when you get his health down a certain amount, he's going to plant his staff in the ground and growl and do like a power-up. There is plenty of time. Get behind him, do a backstab, do another one immediately. We are way beyond the point where backstab to visceral is worth it. Trust me. And then second phase is a little interesting, because all of a sudden he's really quick. He runs all over. His swings can be a lot quicker. He has this thing where he plants his staff in the ground, and it causes a circle of swords to swirl around in the sky and just shoot at you like darts constantly. You have to break it for it to stop. And I thought most people knew that you can shoot the staff. You don't have to run over to it and hit it, because Logarius is also right there. Good luck with that. But I recently met somebody that was doing a BL4 stream, and they had already done some of the chalices, all of the chalices, which blew my mind, because I've never done that. But this person didn't know you could shoot the staff. And I was like, wow, it's really strange to think I might know something that somebody doesn't about this game. So be aware. You're going to be locked on Logarius most of the fight. That's what I recommend. When you're locked on him and he plants the staff right in front of him, just move your right joystick and move the lock onto the staff. It always takes a second, and as soon as it's locked on, I recommend you fire one shot and roll backwards. And the reason I recommend that is because the one shot will break the staff, but if you don't move, one of those flying swords is going to get you every time. You won't die from it, but it can go bad, because that'll hit you, stagger you for a second. Logarius is on you. You see what I'm saying? You can parry Logarius too. Not when he's doing the magic stuff, but anytime he's swinging his weapon, you can parry him, and he likes to fly. You can parry him out of the sky. It's actually pretty cool. He seems to have 2 different flying attacks. One is he flies up in the sky and he's at a distance. You can see him and he's coming at you. And one is you're near him and he shoots straight up in the sky and you don't know where he is. And I'll be honest with you, friends, I don't have the best strategy for how to deal with that one. What I usually do is go, I guess this way, and hope he doesn't land on my head. Just keeping it real. So let's get in there. My goal with Logarius is going to be hit him twice. When he starts the fight, I'm going to let him do his arcane stuff just to show you what it looks like real quick. I'm going to run down the right side because I prefer. Try to circle around by that chair. The chair is above my head. He has like a big throne. And I'm going to try to get in close to him. And Logarius has a weird mechanic. If you hit him 2 R1s, he will dash backwards. So when he dashes backwards, I will move forwards with him and try to hit him. And he'll dash, and I'll go forward, and I'll just try to repeat that process. It's not that easy, though, because a lot of times he'll do this really quick, what I call instant cast. Or maybe I've heard it called that. I don't know what the name is, but it's a very specific magic attack that can one-shot you. So sometimes I'll hit him twice, he'll dash backwards, I'll move forward with him, and then once again to my forward left to evade if I think that's going to happen. there's no way to really tell. Sometimes I'll just do that always. So just pay attention to what I do here and hope it goes well. So you got to get in here and start the fight. You can watch the cutscene if you want. Short story is, his balls are frozen to this chair. This is a birthday party we weren't supposed to go to. We stole an invitation and he's mad. So see, he's just cruising. At some point he will do his overhead cast thing. There it is. He plants the staff, raises it up. The orb starts to go near you. We were plenty far away. We don't have to really worry about it, but that's what I'm saying. It has a big blast radius. So people get caught in the trap with Logarius. They're standing next to him. He starts that move. They just start hitting him like they're going to fucking kill him, and this thing lands on their head. So let's go around here. He's going to shoot skulls at us. See? Let's lock on him. 1, 2, and I move because that thing will land on your head. He's going to keep doing it. 1, 2, and I'm moving. Whoa, that was weird. That's 2. Oh, I got him. I'm going to take the visceral. I didn't expect to get it. I wasn't prepared to do the R1, L1, but you can see not even 500 damage. You can dodge under those if you're locked on him close enough. Let's see what we get here. Underneath. 1, 2, and he moves and I move. Not always perfect. 1, 2, he moves and I move. 1, 2, he moves. Here we go. Circle behind him. You have time. Be patient. 1 and 2. And let it be that. He's now in second phase. Oh, I didn't get it. I super didn't get it. Ah, you broke your chair, idiot. I'm going to take the visceral again to restore the health from the clip I got. I don't want to go too far backwards because I'll be near the edge. He can knock you right the fuck off. And he is very aggressive when you get away and try to heal. So keep your eyes on him. If you turn and run, he's either going to be right behind you or do this. Now watch. Moving the lock on, firing, rolling. Moving. You don't want to go too far. Oh, that sucks. I feel like I should have made it under him, but it's okay. This was a life-saving parry I needed to do. Give myself a second to put him on the ground. So like I said, you can strategically use parries to buy yourself some time to heal or whatever you want. Alright, so my buffs have worn off. I don't want to use any more on him that are beast pellets. I don't mind using bolt paper. Alright. Bang. Ooh, that was really lucky. And you see, you just try to dodge backwards, he's going to ruin your life. Moving the lock on, firing and rolling. Rolling, rolling. He's very aggressive, just stay calm. I'm going to use that to block him, keep my eyes on him. Oh, see, his range is crazy. This is not going great, but I'm trying to mix in a little bit of a tutorial with a little bit of doing it. Moving the lock on, firing, jumping back. He'll do this 100 times in a row sometimes. It's awful. His range increases in the second phase, so you have to be careful. And I'm repositioning because I don't want to be against the wall with this guy. Bang and roll. R1, L1. So see, we're at 845. Oh shit. Okay, we died. But that's the only time that I'm going to dedicate that fight to actually being a tutorial type fight as best I know, as far as what to expect, what to do, because it takes too much of my concentration to try to keep my words and explanations straight, and I can't do both. I'm not a professional. So you got the basic idea, you saw it in theory, you saw when it worked, you saw when it didn't, and you learned do not dodge backwards. You can't. You know, I'm trying to create some distance between him and I so you can see what the moves look like and maybe look for a visual cue that might help you or something, but I can't do that every time. I'm going to run out of supplies. So that's all you're going to get, and hopefully this time will be the victory. Let's hope this goes right this time. We're 0 for 2. Nope. Went wrong. Went wrong. It went wrong. Now what I'd like to do is... Oh, god damn it. I'd like to kill this guy anyway. I gotta move. I gotta move. I'm stuck. I'm dead. Let's take a breather here. The reason I killed him anyway, even though he fell off the thing, which almost ended my life again, is because I don't want to keep getting shot up here. But I almost died, so I spent the same amount of vials. It kind of backfired. Not the most important thing. Get through there how you can. Like I said, I usually have a plan, and 8 out of 10 times it works fine, but, you know, you start recording something, everything changes. It's all good, though. And you have to make this long-ass lonely run on the top of the roof, back to fight a guy once again. And that's why you spend your blood echoes, no matter what your confidence level is, or no matter what the fuck you think's going to happen, because you just never know. It doesn't take much. Whee! Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use any more beast pellets. I'd rather save them. So we're going to start this one quick. He might do the same shit, but once you get to the side of him, he's going to shoot the skulls at you. You could actually just pretend they're not there and loop around. 1, 2, and I'm moving. Whoa. Alright, let's get in there. 1, 2. Second time. Moving. Moving in. There's the instant cast. That's why I moved it twice. There it is again. I'm out of stamina, so let's regen some of that. Now he's against the wall. I don't like it. I'm going to hang back. I don't want to get him transferring into second phase when he's against the wall, because then I can't get the backstab. 1, 2, and move. And I want to be over here so he doesn't go against the wall. There we go. Perfect. Bang. Bang. Alright, let's do it. Shit, I want to be up here. Okay, I missed. Which I don't know how, he's right in front of me. That's twice he's just missed my head. That's 3 times he's missed my head. Back. He has lunging attacks that will just ruin your life. You saw that at the end of the last round. So you can see I'm doing all the same shit, I'm just trying to do it better. Oh, that sucks. He did the helicopter one. I totally dodged clear, but it was the other attack. Ah, let's fucking finally get him. You see me shooting at him all the time. But you can see the viscerals, dude, they don't do much. So you have to time your dodges just like anything else. You can go backwards in a pinch, but you can't do it when you have the impulse to do it. You have to wait till a specific time, and it's different with every boss. I almost got him there. I don't know what's going on with my camera. So that's a timing thing. I just guessed. I might be able to get him here. And like a lot of bosses, when he knows you're dead, or close to death, and he knows you need to heal, he will pull out the crazy shit. That wasn't crazy, but what I mean is he'll get very aggressive. And this is going to happen to you a lot on your blood level 4. I feel like the angle of that is weird. It doesn't always land on your head that way. Sometimes you feel like you dodged it right. Obviously you didn't. Obviously I didn't there. But it almost seems like his downward trajectory changes if you move too early. So he's coming down in a path that's supposed to land where the lamp is, right? And you recognize that. So you move forward, but he still lands on your head. That one's tricky. It really comes down to a timing thing. So that's loss number 2. Well, I'm not counting these. I guess I don't need to count the deaths in this BL4. Who cares? But for now, we're still doing it. And if you find yourself getting aggravated or something, just take a break. Now this is... I might want to just die. Jesus. You know, we got through Nightmare Frontier, you know, it's pretty smoothly. And Amygdala was really no trouble. So I thought maybe we had turned a corner from our minor speed bumps in Blood Level 4. But I haven't been able to get through that room untouched the way I normally do. And this is try 3 for Logarius, which is a little abnormal for me. But I'm just going to chalk it up to Blood Level 4 and stop worrying about it. Like I said, you know, a couple times before, none of this is about my superior skill or claiming that I know the best way. This is just regular dude going through BL4. Ouchie. Whee! And you have to make the walk of shame one more time. Just don't get frustrated. Be patient with yourself. So you have to watch your stamina too, because like that happened in the last fight. I was dodging with him and moving with him and striking him and all that stuff so often that, whoa. So you can dodge under that if you're pretty close and locked on. Now he's not in an awesome spot. I want to get him away from the roof. Oh, I got hit with the instacast. Alright. There's a funny thing that's kind of, what do you call it? It's like everybody knows it. There's something about FromSoft games that when you first encounter a boss, whether it's your first ever time or another playthrough or whatever, it seems to have a small window within a few tries that it's doable. And then it's just, I mean, I don't know if we're there yet, but it just seems that like all hell breaks loose sometimes because I don't know what it is. It's some kind of funny ass phenomenon with these games, you know? If you can't beat, you know, a boss in the first few tries, you're going to be in trouble. Alright, well that lady hit me. I wasn't planning on that. At least they're not screaming at me. Alright. Not great, but better than it's been. I think what I'm doing too is kind of looking at this as from the point of view of someone who's trying to record a continuous thing, and it's like, fuck, I don't want to do this again, you know, would run out of time or it's going to be too much. So that's adding to my mental state of like, fuck, what the fuck? But I'm just going to chill out. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. We will get him. If it's right now or on try 3000, we'll get him. We have it down. We just got to execute it smoother. And I think me concentrating more on the fight is what's missing here. So you'll see all the same stuff we tried in the first round that was working until I died. I'm going to do it again. Everything that was working that time, I'm going to do it again, just better. I got hit with that quick instant cast just off the corner a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe the game cheats. Maybe I made a glaringly obvious mistake. I don't know. And this is another reason I don't think you should waste all your buffs in these fights because... Oh, that sucks. Whoa! Lots of spinning. That's the same goddamn thing that happened to me last time. I wonder if you can't dodge it that way. I always dodge to the left, my forward left, but since he's been next to a building, I'm going forward right. So either you can't do that or the timing's wrong, that from my end. I don't know. I don't know. That's actually a complaint I have in this. Not a complaint, but like it does kind of suck when the surviving strategy is to get around to the side of a boss and they get in an area where they make that impossible. I get it, but if you survive those attacks by dodging through them and getting to the side or behind him, why be a dick and take that away from us, man? One shot, yeah, okay. Alright. That's what normally happens. Took fucking couple of tries at least to get it, but that's what I normally try to do. That's what I hope to do. That's what happens more than half the time. But Blood Level 4 says, not today. Not today. Go off the edge. Just be careful. I'm actually adjusting my chair here. I want all my attention on this bullshit. One thing I found on Blood Level 4s, which is kind of funny, it reminds me of like a fortune cookie from Chinese food. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but a lot of times on a Blood Level 4, you get to a point mentally where you're just really pushing it. You're trying to force it. Whether you got to go to work, or you're a streamer and like, fuck, you want to get it done, or you're just a impatient person, whatever. But it reminds me of something that you would see in a fortune cookie. It's almost sometimes like the more you try, the less you succeed. It's like one of those twisted riddle proverb, I don't know what they're called. Because you just have to remember to relax and have fun. If you get in here and just try to force this, and you come in here like with the fuck attitude. See how he hits you again. Okay. I'm going to keep going to that side, because that's the side I like. Alright. Okay. Bang. Oh shit, I don't need stamina. That sucks. I wasn't watching. Let's full heal here. So we only got the one. R1, L1. And he's just retaliating instantly. Jesus. I shouldn't have gone backwards all those times. Alright. We know this. We know this one. Bang. Now I'm using the R1, L1 at specific times. The animation does take a while to get recover from compared to the regular R1, so I'm not doing it all the time. It's kind of like just a feeling. I don't have an answer for when can you do it, when can't you? I don't know. I'll take that to get the health back. And we're just patients. We're not hard charging them. We're not fucking Superman in this thing. We're ready for this. We know how to deal with it. It takes a second to move the lock on. Fire your gun. Move. I barely made that one. That sucks. I might die. Nope. Not today, Uncle Larry. You can get a backstab there too sometimes if you figure out which way he lands and you're comfortable, but it's not a tactic I employ. And we're resetting. We know he's almost dead. Oh man, did that fall through the roof or... Okay, because sometimes it'll get stuck in the roof. Okay, so we got it. That was a lot more controlled. I was able to concentrate more. You know, we're fine. If you notice there at the end, he planted his staff, and it seemed to just drop through the ceiling or the roof and just disappear, which I'm relieved, because a lot of times this fight can be glitchy. He will be too close to one of these and he'll plant his staff inside it, and you can't shoot it. You have to do the rest of the fight with those knives circling around. It's kind of bullshit. I'm really glad that didn't happen at the end. You know, handful of tries. I don't know what we're at, 4, 5, 6, something like that. That's fine for Logarius. I'm totally fine with that. I do recommend you pick up that crown, because you can sell it for money. It's like 35,000 or something. Where is my shit? That's what I picked up. Crown of Illusions. You can sell it. I think it's 35,000, and then we're done here. But if you're just on the off chance you don't know this, the reason the crown's there is you have to put it on. We're done anyway, so we might as well finish with something fun. Yeah, you watch a cutscene. You can go up here and you can talk to Queen Annalise. And you can join the Vile Bloods. And let's do it. Fuck it. You don't need the crown anymore, though. And if you're interested in completing Alfred's storyline, the Cainhurst Summons #2 is up here. This is the sealed one. You can't give Alfred the one you got from the clinic. That's what we needed to get here. But you can give him this one and then do his thing. And there's a lamp here. So we used more supplies than we wanted to. We had a rougher go than I expected to. But again, that's my bad. You shouldn't be expecting anything on a Blood level 4. Except it's going to be laugh, cry, die. And we added what the fuck. So cool dialogue here if you're interested in stuff like that. You can swear an oath. You don't really get anything but a rune, or yeah, like a covenant rune. And you can come back here and give her blood dregs. Doesn't that look like she should have been there? Like the animation changed, like I should have been kissing her hand or something. I wonder if she should have got up at some point and then they scrapped that or nerfed it or something. I've always wondered that. So we got the Cainhurst badge, and I think that allows us to buy the Cainhurst set, and we don't have any blood dregs, see? Don't have any. So we're done here. Interestingly enough, if you're one of those people that likes everything about Bloodborne, and the one specific chalice that's tough, if I remember right, you can get a ring. Ring of Betrothal. And I don't remember the lore. I probably wouldn't try to explain it anyway, because FromSoft games and lore, there's plenty of people out there that need to be right and need to tell you they're right and need to tell you you're wrong. I don't want to open the door to any of that shit for myself. But you find the ring in the chalices. You can actually go back and propose marriage to Queen Annalise. It's kind of cool. I found it completely on accident, just playing the game like the introverted hermit crab that I am, and you know, no one told me to do it. I didn't even know it existed, so it was kind of a neat treat for me. And if you were hoping for that, I realize I just ruined it for you. What a dick. Okay, so we're regrouping. What do we got? Oh, we didn't get anything new there. Oh no, we did. See, my brain wasn't there. We got this. It's the only one we have. It's not great, but why not have it on? We're Vile Bloods now. It's pretty cool. And Logarius is done, and we're just under the hour, which is cool. So I am going to go... I have 39 of those. I think I'm good. I'm just going to keep buying these. I don't care. Because I still have all of my Madman's knowledge that I've picked up in this game. Look at that. That's 34 beast pellets. That's 10 more. That's 44 sitting right here. This is 9 more insight if I need them. I don't need to carry that around anymore. And I have used some of the early cold bloods when I accidentally sold my 20 blood vials like a dumb shit. But, I mean, look how many I have. So, we're in really good shape here as far as where everything stands now. I do need to figure out what I want to spend my money on, and as always, this isn't advice. This isn't, you know, you should do this, you should do that. I highly recommend investing in blood vials and bullets mostly, and then buff papers. It's hard to say which one's more important. Obviously, you can't play the game without bullets or blood vials, but these are going to be the difference maker in a lot of boss fights, especially the ones we have coming up, so it's up to you. I will just impulsively spend all my money on that, so I don't have to sit there and think about it. Okay, so we're done. We got Amygdala done pretty smoothly. Logarius, the boss run with the dart guy, which I don't like, gave us a hard time, and Logarius gave us a hard time a little bit, but we are on BL4. We are doing it live. I'm happy with it. So the next episode, what we have left, is going back to the Upper Cathedral Ward and fighting some aliens. And I think in the main game, Ebrietis is going to be the hardest boss. Yeah, I stand by that. I do have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's hope we can get it done, and we'll see you in the next one.